If you've bought anything from Nintendo recently, your wallet is probably hurting. But if you thought you were already paying a premium, things just went to a whole new level. Just last month in March 2026, Nintendo made an announcement that quietly shifted the entire gaming industry. They introduced variable pricing. Starting with Yoshi and the Mysterious Book, buying a physical Switch 2 game will now cost you $10 more than buying it digitally. And if you want a massive blockbuster like Mario Kart World, you're looking at $80 or even up to $90. Why do their games never seem to go on sale? To understand the Nintendo tax, we first have to look at the physical media itself. Xbox and PlayStation have been using optical discs for decades. A Blu ray disc costs pennies to make. If a game is 10 gigabytes or 100 gigabytes, the physical disc costs practically the same to manufacture. Nintendo, on the other hand, uses proprietary solid state flash memory cartridges. Flash memory is inherently more expensive than optical discs, and the cost scales with the size of the game. Historically, developers either ate that cost or passed it on to us. But in 2026, Nintendo officially stopped hiding it. With their new variable pricing strategy, Nintendo stated publicly that physical games will now have a higher MSRP than digital games simply to offset production and distribution costs. This is Nintendo pushing you toward their digital eShop, where they don't have to pay for plastic cases, shipping, or retail cuts to stores like Best Buy or Target. But even digitally, Nintendo games are notoriously expensive, which brings us to the most infamous part of their strategy, the evergreen model. If you buy a massive game on PlayStation or Xbox, let's say an Assassin's Creed or a Call of Duty, you know the drill. If you wait 3 to 6 months, you can usually grab it on sale for 40% to 50% off. Within a year, it might be heavily discounted, but go try to buy a mainline Mario or Zelda game that came out 5 years ago. You are likely still paying full retail price. Why? Supply, demand, and extreme brand confidence. Nintendo treats its first party games like timeless classics. In their eyes, Super Mario Odyssey is just as fun today as it was the day it launched. So, why should it be worth less money? This is often called the Disney Vault strategy. By rarely discounting their major titles, Nintendo trains its consumers. Think about it. When a new Switch 2 game comes out, you buy it on day one because you know in your brain, well, there's no point in waiting. It's not going to go on sale anytime soon anyway. This leads to astronomically high attach rates, meaning almost everyone who owns the console buys these specific games at full price. They don't have to compete with a race to the bottom because they are selling an exclusivity. You can't play Mario anywhere else. You either pay the price or you don't play. Nintendo is the king of the accessory ecosystem. Joy-Cons and Pro controllers are incredibly complex pieces of tech, packed with HD rumble, NFC readers for Amiibo, and infrared cameras, but they are also premium priced. Want to play 4-player Mario Kart? You're dropping serious cash just on the extra controllers. Then there's Nintendo Switch Online. While it's cheaper than Xbox Game Pass or PlayStation Plus, Nintendo has locked decades of deep nostalgia behind their expansion pack tier. If you want to play the Nintendo 64 or Game Boy Advance games you grew up with, you're paying an annual subscription. They know the exact value of your childhood, and they charge accordingly. The Nintendo tax exists because we pay it. As long as they keep making games that capture the magic we can't find on any other platform, they hold all the cards. But I want to know what you think. Is a $70 or $80 physical Switch 2 game worth it to you for the cartridge, or are you moving purely to digital to save money? Let me know down in the comments. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you enjoyed this breakdown, and I'll see you in the next video.